And gentlemen, let me tell you right now, if your girl say she want a break, that's her opportunity to be slanging dick, bro. On God, anybody who's I'm about to look mad. I'm about to look mad spicy for this.
Turn that shit up to Q.
All right, all right, all right. Welcome. Oh shit, that blasted in your ear. Let me turn this down, gang. Welcome, welcome, welcome back, guys, to another episode of the Entangled Thoughts podcast. I am your host, Poetic Justice, here as humbly as I can. And I'm by myself. Ace is gone. He's out of there. Unfortunately, he got in a tragic skiing accident that severed both of his limbs. Well, all of his limbs, technically. Because sometimes I forget that that your arms, your legs can be counted as limbs. But no. He's gone for training for about 2 weeks, and so now you get me. But we'll talk about that experience later. Let's get into some like the normal intro bullshit. This is the podcast where there ain't no hoes, but we do think out loud. If you're listening to this on YouTube, go ahead, like the video if you haven't already, subscribe if you haven't, and go ahead, leave a comment down below about how you feeling about the pod. Do that for me. It's a great way to help exponentiate our growth. I don't know if that's a word, but I said it. It came out my lips. That's how I'm feeling right now. If you listen to this on the streaming platforms, go ahead and give us a full 5-star rate and review. What that does, it helps the algorithm. It helps us to get discovered by more people who've never listened to the Entangled Thoughts before. It's a great way for you to support our podcast. And another great way is for you to join the Patreon. Guys, let me tell you about a place. A place that's free of judgment, free of scrutiny. Join the Patreon, guys, for just $1 a month. You get access to about 30 plus bonus content. And on this bonus content, we speak free of the lip without regard or recession from the public stimuli of the public eye. And you get a little fucked up over there. I'm not going to lie to you, but on the streaming platforms, there's a lot of stuff we can't talk about. There's a lot of stuff we can't say. But on these podcasts, we come unfiltered. So go ahead, do that for us, guys. It's the best way to increase your listening aptitude. Yeah, I threw that in there. You like that? I hope y'all like that. I don't know, that word aptitude just popped in my mind. Like it was there, like just staring at me. Like, hey, bitch, I know you want to use me. I'm very weird today. It's been weird. Y'all haven't got a solid pod in like a week plus. So let me explain what's going on in life real quick. Oh, but before that, shout out to today's sponsor, the Anchor app. If you don't know about Anchor, Anchor is the best way to broadcast your podcast. But more on that later. Okay. What the fuck has been going on, Justice? Where the fuck my pod been, nigga? Like, I've been waiting to listen to the pod, but what's going on? Are you okay? Are you dying? No, I'm not dying. Y'all notice how that energy switched? Love that. Love that for me. No, I'm good, but like several life things have been happening. Let me explain what's been going on in life. Well, me and my father, this is going, Papa gonna hear this and gonna be like, nigga, what? Me and my father have been in contact as of recently. I have a very strange relationship with my father. This isn't a therapy session, but like I have a very strange relationship with him. It's cool. It's whatever. I guess as an adult, I think I'm starting to see the need for not necessarily a father figure, because I'm not gonna say he's a bad father figure, but I'm going to say that he I haven't seen much of a father figure from him. Let's say that. I think that's accurate. Yeah. Yeah. I think yeah. That sound about right. That sound about right. Um but like yeah, so me and him been in contact recently. So like obviously that does something to my mental. I'm like, "Oh, I don't know how to feel about this. This is weird. This weird, gang." Um so that's always fun. And so like he since Ford he helped the nigga come out like take a step up because I needed to take a dub in life because I've been taking fucking L's left and right. Like you know how you sometimes you hear about people fighting demons and they be winning? Nigga, I'm losing. I'm fighting a losing battle with my demons. And this was like, my dad visibly saw me like, hey, yo, nigga, you fighting demons right now and you taking an L. Let me help you out real quick. He got me another mode of transportation. Let's say that. I'm thankful for that. That helped me take a big dub because I needed that. So Pop, if you're watching this, appreciate you. Appreciate you. You know what I'm thinking about? I'm thinking about that clip. It hasn't been produced yet, but if you listen to the podcast, you know what I'm talking about. My Mount Rushmore of things to beat. I'm when that clip aired. Oh, that's gonna be funny. That's gonna be funny. What else has been happening life wise? Oh, Demon Time cracked back into my life. That was weird. Let me. If you don't know about Demon Time, go back on the episodes, look at it. I think we have episodes named Demon and Time Hotel, that which should be like episode 53. I think we have the actual Demon Time episode, which is episode 7, and the Saga of Demon Time, which I do believe is episode 16. They'll give you a full breakdown of who she is and the backstory and all that fun jazz. Um, so Demon Time crept back into my life, bro. If I'm gonna talk about this on the Patreon for the real listeners, but like, can I keep it a buck? I don't like that. Don't like her creeping back into my life because last time I saw Demon Time, I made an astute observation, and I thought like because of my relationship knowledge and my way of how I'm not gonna say I know, but how I perceive women to move. So I knew last time I saw Demon Time, I'll never forget the shits. It was had to been like what, May 5th, May 6th of last year, and she's packing all her stuff. She's about to fully officially leave my apartment. Now, in my soul, there is a bit of relief, a bit of like I'm glad like my soul can finally rest in peace. Like I feel at one with the universe since I got this demon out my house. Yeah, that let me turn down this game. Now I finally got that demon out my house. I feel a sense of relief, a sense of solace, if you will. I like I felt good as fuck, but I also realized like, hey, at some point at some point in time in her adulthood, she's going to realize like, hey, yo, there's a consistent pattern of fucked up shit that's happening to me. And the relationships that I keep aren't relationships of gold. They whittle and they crumble. Why does that happen? And then she gonna think about me. Think about how I held it down. 25-8 when she was being a little thought in these streets. She gonna be like, damn, I might have fucked that up. I might have given in to my inner demons, and I might have hurt a good man. Then she might reach out for some level of closure and solace, and hopefully in a way to find her peace. And I'ma just be sitting there with the stankest look on my face. Like, you nasty ass bitch. But granted, I did think it was going to take about like another 3 to 5 years for this to happen. But no, it took a year. A year. Okay, love that. So she reached out and like we start conversing. And like conversation was very cut and short. It was more of like, hey, look, I don't know if you want to talk to me, but I'm just trying to become a better person. I'm trying to do better. I just want to know where the fuck did I go wrong. And I'm just like, fuck. And I'm just like, fuck.
What did he say?
Damn, we don't have the button that I was thinking about. We don't have the button that I was thinking about, but fuck it. I had to let the clip off. I didn't let the entire clip. I didn't like what was 21 Savage say? Let it bang bang. Tell your body sing. Tell your mama sing. Tell the pastor sing. I let the clip bang, and I told her I want everything. And like, if that's a Drake and 21 reference. If you didn't get it, you don't be outside. Simple as that. You don't be outside. The funnies are coming. The funnies are coming. This is my therapeutic experience with y'all. So bear with me. I promise you, the funnies are on the way. So I'm like, okay, I let the clip spray. I got everything, the main things that been carrying on my chest for the past year. I got it all off. So much better. So much better. Remember that quote that I said that when women say, I want the very best in you, I want the very best for you in life, I hope everything you want comes to fruition. It's the same type of manipulation as a guy saying, I want to kill myself. Same type of manipulation, different methods. Gave that kind of energy to her. So like she gave the same kind of energy to me. I kind of felt like I knew what was going on. She was trying to get me back. And I do admit the seduction was terrible. Did I fall for it? No. I knew what the fuck this was. I knew what I was getting myself into. Why was the seduction terrible, Miles? Well, I'll tell you, random listeners from somewhere or part of the world. Because the sex game go crazy. I've always said it. Toxic sex, best sex you could ever have. Because the fact that y'all hate each other to the very core of y'all being makes the sex so much better. It's like you got something to prove, and the only way to prove it is if I fuck you into submission. No better feeling. No better feeling in life. Love that for me. I don't know if y'all thought that was funny, but I think that's fucking hilarious. I think that's fucking hilarious, gang. Oh, fuck. That's a clip. That's a clip somewhere in there. But yeah. So we talked a little bit, and she eventually went back on the block list. Demon time, like I always say this, I love all my exes. I do. And with the only exception being Demon time because of the amount of physical, mental, and spiritual trauma that I hold for her. But like, I'm a growing man. I'm aging. I don't have time to hold on to grudges. And yeah, that's where I stand with the situation now. But like I really wish the very best for her now. I said before that I wish the absolute worst on that bitch. I hope this bitch win the fuckery. I hope this bitch wins the fucking lottery but loses the ticket. I hope every soda she drink is always shaken up. I hope that she works at a TGI Fridays. I hope I hope that she work on a Fridays at TGI Fridays. It's always busy on Friday. I want the very worst. I wanted the very worst for this woman. Why? That's a lot of work for no reason, Miles. That's a lot of work. But that's how I felt. But now I hope she's able to heal her broken spirit, and I hope that she finds her peace. That's character growth for me, right? I feel like that's character growth. I feel that's what I feel like. Oh, okay. I spelled the clip on that one. That felt good to get off. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to subject y'all to a fucking therapy session. But nigga, you want me to keep it a buck with you? I probably need it. I probably definitely need it. Because you know how many friends after she hit me up in the middle of the night that I hit up don't like that. Like my friends not my support system not supposed to be my therapy system. That it's like having your best friend trying to fix your be it's like having your best friend trying to be your electrician. It's not the best idea. Okay. Life's full of tales and stories, but it's those stories what define our character. This week, I want all the beef. So let's rewind the clock back to 2018. I was dating this fantastical woman named shit Mickey. Oh, Mickey, you're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind. Hey, Nikki. Hey, Mickey. Okay, yeah, Mickey. We're gonna call her Mickey for this story because I'm like the more prolific the pod and me become as a whole, the more I start to realize I need to start bleeping these motherfuckers' names out because, oh God, I talk a lot of shit. Granted, I talk a lot of shit, but it's in that shit talking that like I feel as though one day when I become a big ass potter, one of my exes or a woman that I fucked with, they gonna go through the catalog. They gonna search and search and search, and then they gonna hear a story. And I was like, when I mentioned their name directly, he's like, "Oh, it's time for me to come up on a bag," and like defamation off rip. That's crazy, crazy. I gotta be prepared for it. I gotta be prepared for several narratives about my podcast that surfaced through the year and a half that we've already came out with. One, that I'm a prolific woman hater. This is why I need to have women on the. You know what? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Because like I hate that narrative. I hate the narrative that poetic justice from the Entangled Thots podcast is a prolific woman hater. I'm not. If you listen to the stories and you listen to the mannerisms, you'll tell I'm anything but a woman hater. If anything, I'm a grade A simp. I be simping my ass off. Don't got a problem with it, but it's the truth. I be simping for these women. I be fucking around and find something deeper than what I meant to have, and like, damn, crazy. And then due to a victim of circumstance, I just happen to catch an L every so often, and that's what these stories are. Now, when we're talking about male and female gender standards, obviously, I've come to believe that most women don't like accountability. And when it comes to the accountability as their gender as a whole, they like to absolve the issue. I face the issue head on. I bring it to the forefront. And here and there, might make some fucked up jokes. But then again, I feel like I make jokes about everybody. Me and you can attest to this. Me and Asa, we fuck around with everybody. Anybody can get the smoke. This clip spray. So it's crazy. It's crazy that narrative's out there. But like I feel like with the most recent pause, that narrative is slowly starting to smear. What's another narrative? Oh, that I'm anti LBGTQ. First of all, again, those letters be acting like gang signs the way they be throwing up. But not, you love who you love, be who you want to be. But what I do believe is you shouldn't force your ideals on other people. Again, to what degree do I have to participate in your self-image? This image of your fucking self. So am I going to call you a they, them in public? If you tell me to, and I feel like it's the most respectful thing to do, I'm going to try. That's all you can ask for me, gang, is I'm going to try. Will I be successful at it is the question that we should say, that we should ask. All right, I just went off on a whole tangent. I'm telling y'all, I got clips to spin. There's several clips are going to get spun today. All right, all beef. All I want is beef, bro. So, me and Mickey were dating for about like 6 to 8-ish months. And we're nearing the end of our relationship. And I didn't, at the time, I guess I couldn't say I felt it, but I definitely felt a little bit of distance from us because she quote unquote wanted a break. And gentlemen, let me tell you right now, if your girl say she want a break, that's her opportunity to be slanging dick, bro. On God, anybody who's I'm about to look mad spicy for this. But anybody that say they want a break in a relationship, it's to be slanging dick, bro. That's all. Like whether it's to give dick to other bitches or no homo or take dick, whatever it is, they looking for dick. Dick run the universe. That's not true. Pussy runs the universe. Because no wars have ever been started over dick. Like, I can't even imagine how that would go. Like you got a 5-star general somewhere in some country. Let's throw it back a couple 100 years. They still fighting with spears and shit. Got some backwater country, and like you have their Aristotle of their civilization. Like, we need him. His dick has the power to change the entire wealth gap of our industry. If we can't bring him onto our side, we'll take him by force. You're not getting this dick over here, I tell you. This dick has been able to save lives. This dick has changed people's minds about the whole socio-economic area of our time. If you want this dick, you're going to have to go to war for it. That's nasty. Don't like that in life. But pussy, on the other hand, pussy run the universe. You know, pussy is so strong that it has the ability. I'm trying to formulate this thought. It's almost on the cusp of my tongue. But pussy is so strong, it has the ability to overthrow. Like, if pussy was sold as a staple in our economy, shit go crazy. I wouldn't have to be spending $4 plus on gas, because pussy is a highly valued commodity. Something everybody wants, but not a lot of people can get. That's a bar. Okay. That's a bar. Love that. I'm supposed to be talking about the ex story. I'm so sorry. I done went off to like 5 different tangents. I apologize. I apologize to the listener. Back to the issue at hand. So, vibes is out there, gang. We're nearing the end of our relationship. So, about around this time, it was my birthday. I'm hyped for my birthday. I planned something out with the boys and her. Now, the plan was, okay, cool. We gonna go out. It's gonna be me, my girl, Asa, Jaden, who featured on a previous podcast. All 4 of us, we was gonna go out. We was gonna do the motherfucking thing. I was about to go out with my girl. I was about to be happy. But did I want to? Like, I did. Like, okay. if I had to give a physical build, my ex-girlfriend was built like this back wall. Both back and ass were a single entity in her steak. I could crease my pants on this bitch's back. That's how skinny she. Oh, that's fucked up. That's fucked up, Miles. Got to see it through. Got to see it through. Uh, I could crease my pants on this bitch back and ass. Is that a good thing? No, but like to me, her booty couldn't be any fatter because I loved her, right? But this night I was on demon timing. I wanted to go out and have fun. I wanted to party with other bitches. So I was like, hey, gang. So the plan was the four of us to go out. Planned it all. We got the timing right. But before we went out, she took me to this ramen spot. It's my very first time eating ramen. And I got this spicy seafood dish. I'm like, okay, we in here, cuzzy. And we start eating and start conversing. I have a good time. I didn't even eat all the meal. I remember that specifically. I didn't even eat it all. But after the meal was over, I looked at her like with the puppy dog. I was like, hey, yo, look. Yeah, I was just wondering. I can't even come off as gangster because this was a pussy move, bro. I was like, hey yo, like, hey, so me, Carl, and Jaden, we were talking, and we just think it's best if we just go out, the three of us, because you're just so. I know you're so busy. You got work. Fucking disgusting. That's a slimy maneuver. That's a slimy maneuver. She honestly. She should have cut me off right there without fucking hesitation because why was I moving so nasty like that? I had no reason to be moving so nasty like that. But fuck it. I was trying to catch some bodies. Um so eventually left her. Now, like if you haven't put two and two together, I was trying to cheat. That's what I was trying to do. Like if you want me to be honest, about my slimy maneuvers. I was trying to cheat. Simple as that. There it is. It's out there in the universe. So we went to the club and I ended up I did cheat. I caught like 3 or 4 girls and I ended up making out with them. Love that. I think to me that's a hallmark of a good club bar experience. If I go out and I make out with a couple girls, I'm satisfied. That's a good experience. Love that for me. mm, 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 mm. Yeah. So, anyway, words of what happened this night is never to be spoke of. This was an unofficial agreement by the council of the 3 of us. We were not to speak a word of what transpired. That's cool. Everybody kept the G except for me. Because I didn't tell my girl what happened, but like later I did. We did end up breaking off because like I had an urge to pursue other women. So, which is a wild thought because I was thinking about this yesterday. I can understand the idea of a guy's. I can understand and get behind the idea of a guy breaking it off with his girl just to be a whore. I can understand it because, at least for me, as I've observed my mental state, there's been many a time in my adulthood where I've been with a girl and like I felt the urge. You ever get this is like some misogynistic shit I'm about to get off. This is about to be mad nasty. I'm about to get off, but fuck it. As a guy, sometimes I feel the urge to conquer, the urge to subdue. And like I feel like every male has this innate feeling somewhere inside them. They just have a need to conquer women. Like, well, no, okay, not women specifically, but they just have the need to conquer something. And like for other people, this feeling can manifest in different ways, whether it be conquer their job, conquer the field that they work in. But for me at this time, being what how old was I? I was probably like 20 year old broke nigga. uh my urge to conquer was women because I was terrible with them. I was terrible with women. I still am, but like I do slightly better because I look better. Um, this urge manifested, and I acted on this urge whilst in a relationship, and obviously that caused the relationship to crumble, caused it to fall. She broke up with me as she should have. What was the moral of the story here, Miles? The moral of the story is don't be ain't shit. Don't be ain't shit. Like to be honest, like that whole situation. If I knew, like, okay, my big problem with her was that our communication was severely lacking on both of our parts. At one point in time, she just cut me off for three weeks out of rando, and I was pent up about it. I felt the type of way, and obviously, me feeling some type of way, it caused that feeling to re-manifest. Like I shouldn't care anymore, but it's whatever. And I was trying to fuck because I was so blue balls out the ass. I was doing this for us. All right, all right. Let me move on to the next topic. From one asshole to another. Oh, there we go. Am I the asshole for refusing to pay child support? Well, I'll tell you, sir and or ma'am. I and my wife are expecting 2 months, and recently are expecting it. Okay, I read that wrong. I and my wife. Oh wait, you fuck. You don't know English, guy. You don't know English. My wife and I are expecting in 2 months, and recently an old friend hit me up. I was shocked and furious as I never wanted to see her again. We'll call her Tiara. She dropped off a bombshell on me that I never wanted to hear, that we have a kid together. She showed me pictures of our daughter, and she favors me a lot. Though here's the problem: I am not on the birth certificate, and her current husband is on the birth certificate. Well, I agreed that I should have responsibilities, and I will support her and the kid, but I want shared custody. Her husband refused, saying that I have no rights to his daughter, and I need to basically fuck off. And told them that until I have my rights to my daughter, they won't get a shit from me. Tiara is going apeshit, demanding child support. I don't even know why she needs child support because her husband is a fucking lawyer, and she works at a company that she's a VP at. This situation is a fucking mess. Am I the asshole here? Well, guy, uh fuck those guys, bro. You definitely, if my name ain't on the birth certificate, why the fuck should I pay child support? Mm? Tell me that, gang. Why should I pay child support? Technically, legally, that's not my child. So is that math into y'all? First of all, I don't know how closely the timeline of this guy and the situation lines up, but assuming they have this kid whilst they were messing around with each other behind the husband's back. I'm taking this shit to the extreme. But like, you had a child out of wedlock with somebody else and you cheated. So, looking at it from the husband's perspective, I get it. I get it, gang. Hey, more income for the household. Would love to see it. This child ain't gonna put herself through college. We need to be a great support system for her. Understand that. And basically, I don't know how many years you've been spent with this child, but there's now a level of rapport. There's a level of comfortability with each other, and like if she probably sees you as her real father, and like you, the gentleman, sir, you're you're just a nigga down the street. She don't know you. You don't owe nothing to her. Technically, if the wife want if the friend wanted, she would have told you when she was pregnant. Hey, like, yo, this your kid. How do I know this is my kid? 100%. I mean, obviously we could do a DNA test if you want to take it that far, but like as I've come to learn, a lot of women aren't okay with like getting their babies DNA tested after birth. That's crazy to me. But whatever. Um so yeah. Yeah. So in sir, in conclusion, you are not the asshole. Court adjourned. It feels weird doing this without Asa. Like Asa is an integral part of our pod now. But okay. Okay. Let's get into some fucking topics, bro. I gotta talk about it. Cause I saw some other like I'm meant to get this off earlier during the pod, but like a part of me taking my dubs back is I don't know, I can't say fully rekindled because I don't know how she's feeling about it, but I definitely reached back out to a good friend of mine because like during the beginning of the year she kind of cut me off with good reason. Cause I was down bad at the beginning of this year. I was the very worst of the worst. But now I'm doing better. My psyche's doing better, and like yeah, so I kind of reached back out to her, and I attempted to rekindle our friendship. So well, I guess time will tell how good that went or how good that fares, whatever. But this is my like she's my friend that keeps tabs ish on my exes and like the girls I be fucking with. So we were talking, and then she asked like, "Oh yeah, you still talk to this girl?" And I was like, "Nah, I cut that off." And it's like, "Okay, cool, I can unfollow her on IG." Okay, cool. One girl, I'm not gonna tell you which one, but she was a part of the Midnight Train to Chicago story. One of them. I'm not gonna say which one, gang. I ain't gonna say. She's like, "Oh yeah, do you still mess with this girl?" And I was like, "Yeah, no, I don't mess. We don't mess with each other." She's like, "Yeah, I know." She told me, and I was like, "Oh damn, okay." She was like, "Yeah." She's like, You were mad, like anti-feminist." And I said, "Nani? Me? Anti-feminist? Nah, gang, I can't let you put that narrative out there." See, this is exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. There are people, exes who've been scorned by me that are seeking to promote a false narrative. Let me explain my issue, particularly with this old flame. One day we were talking about comedy. And I don't remember how, but Dave Chappelle pops up in the conversation. Now, this is a point of contention for us because she can't fucking stand Dave Chappelle. But me, on the other hand, Dave Chappelle is a master at his craft. He sterilizes the comedy audience with a level of intelligent ignorance that you just can't help to love. Dave Chappelle captivates the hearts and the minds of the current comedic era. And it makes me look forward to the comedians that are doing the groundwork right now. It makes me look forward to the content that they'll produce, completely unfiltered. And that's how I feel comedy should be. Now, after I got that, I'm glad after I got that out the way, we were talking about comedy and relating several different things about like she felt as though Dave Chappelle's insensitive to what's it call it, and he's just in her words a terrible person. I said, no, the fuck he's not. And again, she's basing all of this. She never watched a single comedy special. So, bitch, how the fuck can you, if you gonna judge something, judge it in its entirety? She did exactly what, like, these internet shooters be. That's what I call them, big internet shooters. These internet shooters be, I just really scratched my ass on camera. That's mad yo. Niggas watching like, yo, this nigga mad disgusting, gang. Like, I didn't dig deep, but I just scratched the pants area. Okay? You gotta give a nigga some slack, god damn it. But anyway, so I'm thinking, like, internet shooters, because they'll watch a clip and take that clip and face value and just run with it. That's the problem with podcasting. Everybody's just listening. They listen to the words, but they don't listen to the idea. That's a gem. Look, I do this shit. I be party, bro. I'm party. I'm back, bitch. Oh, I feel good. I feel good. So, and I'm assuming the clip that she saw was the one about the whole Daphne situation. Obviously, if you're an editor, what you can do, you can, like, obviously take the worst parts of what they said and mash them all together and make him look like this heinous person. But obviously, if you listen to the content, if you listen to the thing in its entirety, you can listen to the full idea of it. A lot of stuff that he says is using metaphors and references, and he's using that to set up the punchline. You niggas don't understand comedy. You don't. It's like, I hate that fucking narrative that in order to do comedy, you gotta tiptoe around all these social groups. You gotta be careful not to offend people. Fuck it, bro. This is comedy. I'ma say some shit, and you can like it or you don't. But at the end of the day, it's for the sake of the content. It's like you go to a comedy show, sit on the front row, and you don't want to be picked on. Bitch, what fucking sense does that make, baby girl? Like, I need you to, that math not mathing to me. Is it mathing to you? Because it's not mathing to me. So then we get into, like, the topic becomes like me and her arguing becomes something more than what it originally was. Originally, it was a conversation about the boundaries of comedy. Then she starts to internalize the problem, and then I can't remember. I wish I had. This is why I need to start screenshotting these text messages from these girls so I can vividly remember the feelings and the words and all of it. But she said something along the lines of, like, I said something about, like, oh, it's important as a society that we understand all sides of a story, because there's always, like, in every situation, there's always three sides to a story. There's your side, there's their side, and there's the truth. It's fundamentally important to understand all three sides of the story. Now, in her situation, she related a situation of her personal trauma, which being SA, to whatever the conversation that we were having about. And I said, and she made a statement about, oh, so what about the guy that SA'd me? Do you think it's important for you to understand his side of the story? I said, yes, 100%, because if we understand his side of the story, we're able to predict and prevent future like apostles of this, like future victims of this, because if we understand his thought process, we can pick out certain red flags that people are presenting, that, like, hey, in the future this might happen to him. What can we do to prevent this? That's my thought process on it. To each their own. Okay, we getting mad political in this podcast. I don't know how to feel about it. Ugh. I don't know. And like I also feel like she wasn't white girl, but she was white complected. She was Brazilian, but like she fell in love with this fantasy. I feel like particularly white people, that they like to fall in love with the idea of something, but not the actual something itself. What I mean by that? Like there are certain races, particularly white people. White people will fall in love with a guy just for the color of his skin, but not the context of his character. They don't give a fuck who he is or who he represents. Okay, I'm a 23-year-old black man living the American experience. What does that mean? That means that there are certain things I have to keep my head on a swivel about. Anytime I'm driving in a predominantly white area, my head is always looking for cops because I always fucking get stopped. They see white. There's a nigga. Like, look, bro, I'm just trying to live my life, and like I don't want no beef with the police. I do everything they ask, and 95% of the time they're like, "Sir, I'm gonna need you to step out the car, please." Fine, do you? Only to check my car and find like used clothes, a tire, and some porn magazines. That's about it. That's about it, gang. Hey, don't judge me that I keep porn magazines in the backseat of my trunk. No, hey. To each their own, okay? I need to do better. Like, I want to get better at comedy. Like, that would make the podcast more better. I might take my swing at it. Man, yeah. But like, yeah, they want a black partner, but not ready to deal with the black struggle. And last thing, bitch, the last thing I fucking need is a cop to stop me. And then you start mouthing off to him with your fucking white privilege. You gonna get me shot. They gonna ask how I whistle, and then the bullet holes just gonna pass through me. Like, nah, we ain't trying to have that. Like, there's so obviously there's a harsher I have a harsher view on a lot of things than the typical woman in a white experience would have. And so like they'll love the idea of having a black person, but when it actually called, like when it was time to get down in the mud and the nitty gritty, they don't want to ride. Yeah, it's been a solid pod. Solid pod. I feel good getting this clip off. I feel revitalized. Um, good guy. There's a lot of good topics on here. Good guy syndrome. I suffer from a chronic case of GGC. I said GGC. I suffer from a chronic case of GGS. Good guy syndrome. A lot of times I let my good guy syndrome take over my better judgment. My conscience be livid after all the dumbass decisions I done made in order to appease a woman. Because I make a lot of dumb ones. I can't even bullshit you. I make a lot of dumb ass decisions basing them all around a woman and trying to be a good guy. You know how many times I can count at least 4 times I can regularly identify where I've made plans to hang out with a girl, and whilst during hangout session, she make me run every errand around the sun that she needs to run. But at the time, I'm okay with it because I want to spend time with her, and then only for her to have to go fuck off and be with another dude. Like, bitch, I was laying it out. I was laying it out on the line for you, and you gonna do me. One of my friends reminded me of my prom, and like my high school prom. I was infatuated with this little John named B. I was like, I'm not gonna say in love, but I was infatuated with her because I like the idea of her. the idea of her being the place that me and her worked at the same spot, and she developed a reputation to be a promiscuous girl. And I like the idea of having a promiscuous girl on my side just so I could possibly slut her out. But like this is like 18-year-old me. I don't know nothing about no dick game. Pause. I don't know nothing about no strokes. I just wanted to get my nut off. That's all I wanted. And if I probably told her that, she probably would have. If I kept it a buck with her, she probably would have let me. But again, no game, no game. I had no level of game. So I like the idea of her. Well, like I remember on prom, I invited a bunch of my friends and obviously her to my hotel room. We could all sit around, we can vibe, we can drink, and it was gonna be a good time. Bro, she invited her over. She started vibing with other guys there, and she let these other niggas hit. And she dead ass looked me in front of my. Like, she dead ass looked me in my eyes. Like yeah, like I just prefer like I'm not that kind of girl. That's the, I shit you not. That's the defense she used. I'm not that kind of girl. I don't like I like you as a friend, Miles. I was like okay, I understand. And obviously she let her intentions be known, but I was perfectly okay with like taking this woman to work, anything I can do to spend as much or as little time with her that I can. That's simpness. We don't simp over here, cut. We don't simp over here, cuzzy. So it's been a solid ass pod. I'm just thinking. I'm sorry, but like, to what degree does like this good guy syndrome wane out? For me, at least now, like it's toned down significantly. Now, like if I don't get what I want, like all right, I'm gonna start looking for attention from elsewhere. But like, it's crazy. You know what's crazy? It's crazy that I come on here like twice a week and just rant about my random ideals about the world and shit, and I have people listen to me. Some people agree, some people disagree, and some people just like have like a general chuckle or laugh out of this, and I'm thankful for that. I want that on the highest level. Like I want thousands of people listen to me weekly. Like yo, this crazy, this shit fire, fire for the gods. Like need that in life. Yeah. Need that in life. Um, as a black man, I am tired of the standard put on us on Let me redo that. Let me redo that. As a proud member of the BBC community, I am tired of the expectations that is put on us as black men. As a black man, I'm look like I'm supposed to give out great dick to these other races. Brown girls, love it. Asian girls, love it. White girls, call me nigger and it's done. Like, I'm tired of having to give great dick. Now it becomes an expectation because the first time we rolling around in the sheets, I'm expected to give a 7 or above. What if I feel like I want to give weak dick? What if I want to give lazy dick? Every time I'm expected to produce and or go above the level. So guys, let me just nip this in the bud right now. The first time you and your girl schmanging around, give her trash dick intentionally. That is the toxic narrative that I'm putting out in the universe. Give her toxic lazy dick. So if she ever talking that shit, you can oh, you haven't even seen my final form. And then just lay the smack down on her. Period. But I'm tired of having to give great dick. It's exhausting. I don't like the stigma that's put on the BBC community just because we big and like we long strokers. We You want me to be honest? Not a lot of girls can take big dick as it is. Not a lot of them can. They be running from the shits, but claiming they want a BBC king and get they back blown out. A lot of girls can't take it. The true BBC, the true dickers know who I'm talking about. You be dicking her down, you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. An infamous move. Every time I go out, I see this. It's an infamous defense tactic used by women. I call it the back to back. Like Drake. Got the Drake in me going back to back. What is the back to back, Justice? The back to back is when a woman goes out to the club with her entourage. Obviously, they didn't come there for niggas. I mean, some of them probably did, but whatever the situations be, that's not typically what it is. So they go out. And typically, girls like to shake their ass when they go out. They be outside, gang. I don't know what to tell you. So, in order to defend their bestie from getting cocked up on some man's dick, they hit the infamous back to back, where both of their backs are facing each other, and they either rubbing their asses together or they just do the little sway shit. This is an infamous tactic used by women in the club in order to defend their bestie from these thirsty ass niggas. Now, as a man seeing this infamous tactic, I'm like, okay, this lets me know that they possibly not trying to be fucked with. Okay, leave them to their vices. But why don't we have a defense tactic like that? I mean, me and Asa, we have one, but it's a little extreme. Don't, like, no homo, but in the worst case scenario of an ugly bitch trying to talk to one of us, we pretend we're gay. Simple as that. We might grab each other by the cocks and just pretend that we're gay for like the next couple seconds. Now, depending on how ugly raises the level of gayness up the scale. Like if she got a horse mouth, and I'm talking about her shit stick out like this, they're like, all right, gang. And if she's persistent, maybe a little cock grab. Never hurt nobody. Okay, all right. Now I got my cock grabbed by some other people. As long as we don't get hard, that's not the issue. This is mad gay. This is mad gay. This clip gonna go crazy. Oh, let me turn this fucking down. I'm blowing y'all fucking ears out. I'm sorry, guys. I'm excited. But we got a DEFCON level persistentness, and like she a 1 on a scale of 10. We might just do a light peck on the cheek or the lips, then proceed to throw up afterwards. Yeah, because as two straight men, this is incredibly revolting for us to do anything gay together. Like it's like I can't look at you the same anymore. Like, ugh. That's gas. That's nasty. Can't do it. That sounds homophobic as fuck, but like, I'm not judging y'all lifestyle. I'm just saying I can't do it. To a crazy thought. There's a lot of echo in this room. Fuck. The guys who be slutting other men out, y'all are the true men. Because I don't think there's anything more manly than a nigga fucking another nigga. That sings testosterone in the room. Yeah. That clip gonna go crazy, gango. All right. Okay. I'm back, which is a weird energy because let me tell you what happened. So yesterday I did the pod, right? I was I was in the flow, I was in the zone, and then I got like we was there's a lot of fucking topics. Like I've been stacking topics for like the past week and a half or so. So I got like 20 plus topics to go through. And yesterday mid pod got tired. And I was like, yo, and I had like work in like an hour, 30 minutes to an hour. So I was like, okay, whatever. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna whatever. Whatever's the vibe. So I stopped the pod and started again the following day. That's why if you're watching this on the video, you're seeing a different kind of outfit together. That's why. But like no, that clip gonna go crazy. It is. So before I get back into my bag, now I gotta settle back into the flow of it. So this might be the longest podcast ever done. But let me tell you about something that I think is funny, right? Nah, I ain't gonna air the clip out. I ain't gonna air the clip out on here because it's definitely Patreon. But this past week I made a new friend. She's dope as fuck. She gives me good energy. She works in the creator field. She's a fellow creative. Would love to collab with her. But it was we had a weird night meeting. I guess that was it was weird. It was mad weird, but I'm gonna get into it on the Patreon tonight. Um, but yeah, that's all I wanted. I wanted to get that. That's I've been thinking about that like the entire freaking weekend because like the severity of this situation made me think like I might be I'm a wild boy. I'm a wild boy. Um, yeah. All right, let's get back into it, guys. In other news, R. Kelly has escaped prison. This is crazy. I don't know if this is true or not, but this nigga escaped. If you don't know about the R. Kelly situation, R. Kelly has been sentenced to I think it was 50 plus years in jail. Um, if you if you can do the math, R. Kelly already like 43, 46. He basically got life in prison because yeah, for sex trafficking and racketeering, he didn't even get charged for like the sexual assault of these women. I didn't even know he was even trafficking them. I thought he just kept them in his basement, but I didn't watch the whole documentary because I felt no need to. I don't. I mean, I fuck with R. Kelly, but not to that degree. You feel me? Because like this mainly because that's not my generation, but I'm talking about we had a cookout, we grilling up the food, and all of a sudden you hear, and I know there is somebody's birthday tonight. I'm getting my black ass on the dance floor. What? You thought I wasn't about to dance to R. Kelly? You about your rabbit ass mind, sir slash ma'am, he, they. You got your rabbit ass mind. You got me 86 shades of all kinds of fucked up if you don't think I'm going to just get on the floor. Or if you hear the remix of Ignition, hot and fresh out the kitchen, I'm a rolling that body, got every minute. You, that go crazy in the club. You can't tell me that don't go crazy. But like, my thing is, how the fuck did he escape? This must have been an inside job. Because apparently in the industry, Robert is his legal name. Robert is connected. He got the hookups. It's hard for him to go any like pre document documentary come out. It's hard for him to go anywhere without being noticed. Famously, not infamously. Um, that word beat my ass. I'm just thinking about it. That word beat documentary. Is that the word? I feel documentary. I've been my dumb ass said documentary. Okay, that word beat the fuck out of me. No. Um, Yeah, it's hard for him to go anywhere without being like recognized. But now, like now that he's fucking infamous, I don't know what that did to his connections, but he must. It had to be an inside job, gang. It had to be because you telling me, all right, this like less than a week after this man got sentenced, he escapes prison on some El Chapo. Kel Chapo. That's the Twitter tag that went up. Kel Chapo. This man escaped through a tunnel underneath the prison. Now y'all have a serial rapist on the loose or a serial sexual abuser. That's crazy. That's crazy to say. That's a crazy thought. Like to be a serial like sexual assaulterer. You just going around just sexually assaulting people. That first of all, you're a nasty man. Even if you're a woman, even if you're trans, you're a nasty man. Cause that's the probably the most nigga shit I could ever. Whoa, I'm trotting a line right now. I am trotting a line. I'm gonna do my best not to go. I'm gonna do my best not to cross this hole. But let's go. Let's do this. The thought. Oh shit! That pop loud as fuck in my ear. The thought of a serial rapist going around and just sexually assaulting women. It's some crazy shit. And men too. Men too. It's the most nigga shit I've ever heard. Like you got first of all, you gotta be a sick man to be doing this. Not only that, but I feel like you have to have no sense of morals, and two, you gotta be strong as fuck. Because thinking about it, okay, to put this in legal matters, to be a serial murderer, you gotta murder at least 3 consecutive people without a cool down time in a single area. To be a serial rapist, I'm assuming it's the same thing. So to think to just to have the thought that he picked, whoa, I can't say, am I gonna say that? Yeah. To have the thought that he's going to pick off 3 rando women, find them in a vulnerable situation, assuming that there's going to be a struggle, overpower them in said struggle, and still have the thought, ooh, I want more. That's some nasty ass shit. That man is nasty. I don't know where he got locked up at. I'm thinking New York somewhere, but that's mad crazy. I don't think, but if it was New York, I don't think he gonna have a good swing in New York because the New York women, they built different. They New York women are not afraid to go to war with you. They don't give a fuck. Like, hey yo, dead ass son. Like, they mad aggressive, but I kind of like it. I'm just saying, you gonna have a tough pick of the litter. You gonna have to really. You gonna have to like tie these bitches up or something. Like, that's a lot of force need to be used in a consecutive area. You gonna get tired by the second one. Damn, I cannot make this a clip. I'm just thinking about that. This whole topic is fucking crazy. If the wrong person hears this, they gonna be like, this nigga's misogynistic as fuck. Look, we gotta get ahead of the narrative, guys. We gotta get ahead of it. I'm gonna talk about this. This is how I know the podcasting for me is at a relatively climb slope, if you will, because it's now coming back to me that old work that I've done is they're starting to see my face on the regular throughout all social media, and I fucking love it. Let me explain. So old work is a term for me to describe somebody I used to fuck with. whether it be like a one night stand, a little friends with bennies, or just like old flame, old work, old flame. You get it. You get the point. Some of my old flames of recently have been reaching back out like, hey, yo, nigga, you need to chill the fuck out. What? Bitch, I haven't talked to you like 3 years. Like, what's going on? Why? What's happening? I don't understand. Do you know? Then they hit me with the, tell me why. I just went on a fucking date, and this nigga knew you. The fuck you mean by that? Like, what's his name? Like, no. You don't know him, but he know you. The fuck you mean by that? Nigga done seen your podcast on social media and this, that, and the third. And I told him about my ex, showed you pictures. He like, oh yeah, that's an old dude who do the pod, yeah. Guys, let me talk to you real quick. Let me keep it a buck. Coming from the ages of 18 to the current age of 23, I fucked with many women. I'm really being transparent as fuck and laying all my shit there, but fuck it. I've dated many women. If I had to total it up, it's somewhere in the hundreds. 100. I'm putting it somewhere in the 100s. Let's say that. From those two ages, I done fucked with many women. Now, the chances of you meeting a guy, guys. If you happen to date and or talk to a woman that I used to fuck with, bro, with all the power vested in me, make that bitch suffer, slut her out. It is your job to it is your job to slut that bitch out, bro. Why? Just play with her emotions just a little bit, not too much. And then just out of nowhere, while y'all on a date, just whisper in her ear, just be like, baby, look, there ain't no hoes, but I do think out loud. And they gonna be like, nigga, what? And I'm like, yeah, don't worry about it. It's an inside joke. It's our inside joke. But like, yeah, pods getting back to old work, it's like it's a unique experience for me. And if I'm being honest, I'm kind of scared. Because again, for some of these girls, I talk a lot of shit. Talk mad shit. I'm just waiting on the day that I'm gonna talk the most shit about a person or whatever, and they gonna come back with little vengeance, little anger. That's why it's important for me to not use real names in people's stories, because I ain't trying to have that defamation lawsuit when we get big. That's what they waited for. To be honest, that's all they wait. I'm gonna wait for this nigga to get a bag first, and I'm gonna fuck it up for him. Don't want that in life. I think the worst case scenario of that happening, which it has happened. Some of my podcasts, earlier this podcast, I talked about Demon Time and like how Demon Time crept back into my life. I'm assuming I'm hoping I talked about that. I'm not 100% sure, but like that's what I feel in my gut. That's what my gut is telling me, that I did talk about it. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. The worst case scenario, Demon Time hit me up. As I previously as I previously discussed, and she saw the most recent episode about her, which is episode 53, Demon Time Hotel. By the way, clips went crazy for that episode. Talked a lot of shit. I aired that bitch out too, talking about how she took the bag of dog shit, put it under my bed, and how she was crying like a bitch. Yeah, that was interesting. But like this is not the first time a pod's come back to her. Like the original Demon Time pod got back to her, and then like our Demon Time special that we did on Patreon also got back to her. And like all three of those, just she hit me up like, I heard you talk about me on your podcast. And I was like, yeah, and like I have no remorse for you. Like we didn't we didn't settle through. But ladies, this is also a disclaimer to you. If we hang out, everything that goes on